A company uses Google Cloud Platform virtual machines to host its internal applications. An IT technician receives reports that a web server running on a GCP VM is unreachable. The technician successfully pings the VM's internal IP address, but when they try to access the web application, the connection times out. The firewall logs show no drop packets, but a curl test reveals that port 80 is closed on the VM. What is the most likely cause of the issue? Three, two, one. The web server application is not running on the virtual machine. If port 80 is closed, which is what runs the internet basically, the web server process is not running, meaning the application is not serving traffic. A department recently installed a new network printer, and employees are reporting delayed print jobs and missing documents. When checking the print queue, the IT technician notices that jobs are getting stuck in the queue for extended periods before finally printing. After testing, they find that the issue only affects employees using Windows 11, while those using Windows 10 print without any delay. What is most likely the cause of this issue? Three, two, one. The Windows 11 clients are using an incompatible print driver. When you don't have the right driver, it's not going to work. So print drivers can cause delays or failed print jobs on specific operating systems. A user reports that they are unable to log into their company-issued laptop, receiving a too many failed login attempts error. Error message. The IT team checks the Active Directory logs and finds that the user's account was locked due to multiple incorrect password attempts. The account lockout policy enforces a 5-attempt limit, but the user insists that they only tried once. Further investigation shows that the same account is being used on a different device that is repeatedly failing authentication. What is the best step to resolve this issue? Three, two, one. So the best step is just check for forgotten session on another device that may be using old credentials. A stale login sessions on another device can repeatedly attempt to authenticate using old credentials, triggering an account lockout. A software developer needs to install a dual boot system on their work laptop, allowing them to run both Windows 10 and Ubuntu Linux. However, when they attempt to create a new partition using Windows Disk Management tool, they receive an error message stating that there is not enough available space, despite the fact that the C drive has over 100 gigabits of free space. Running the check disk utility does not resolve the issue, and the system remains unable to allocate the required space for the Ubuntu installation. The IT support technician suspects that certain system files are preventing the partition from being resized. Which of the following is the most likely cause of this issue? Three, two, one. There are unmovable system files, whether it's page files or more critical system files, and those are preventing partition resizing. Certain system files in Windows, such as page file and hibernation files, cannot be automatically relocated, preventing the system from shrinking the partition. A Linux system administrator is configuring a shared directory for a team of software developers. The team members need full access to modify and delete files within the directory, but the administrator discovers that some users can only read files and cannot edit them. Running that command on the shared directory returns the following permissions. The affected users belong to the developers group, yet they cannot make changes to the files in the directory. Some users claim that they were able to edit files a few days ago, but now the permissions seem to have changed unexpectedly. What is the most likely cause of this issue? Three, two, one. The directory lacks write permissions for the group, preventing modifications. The group developers only has read and execute permissions, meaning users can open files but cannot edit or delete them. A company's IT support team receives multiple complaints that some employees cannot access the internet, while others have no issues. The IT team runs ipconfig/all on an affected Windows machine and finds that the device has an IP address in the 169 range. The DHCP server logs show that the maximum number of allowed DHCP leases has been reached, meaning no IP addresses are available. The network administrator checks the configuration and sees that the DHCP pool is limited to 100 addresses, despite there being over 150 devices in the office. What is the best way to resolve this issue and restore network connectivity? Three, two, one. So if you increase the pool size or the number of IP addresses available, you should be able to accommodate all the devices. The issue occurs because the DHCP server has run out of available IP addresses, so expanding the DHCP pool ensures all devices receive a valid IP. A junior administrator working in Google Cloud Platform accidentally grants owner permissions to all users within the organization instead of restricting it to a specific team. This mistake allows every employee to create, delete, and modify cloud resources, creating a major security risk. After realizing the mistake, the IT security team revokes the excessive permissions immediately, but they need to prevent similar misconfigurations from happening in the future. Which of the following is the best way to ensure proper access control in Google Cloud IAM? Three, two, one. So if you apply the principle of least privilege, you ensure that people only have access to the things that they need access to. So the janitor doesn't have full control of the system. I think now is an awesome time to shout out the sponsor of this training and this course that I created just for you guys. The Zero to IT Pro program is a program that helps people just like you get the most in-demand skills and certifications in the industry in as little as 90 days. The Zero to IT Pro program is the first step to the Zero to IT Hero program, which helps people just like you get an awesome tech career. Zero to IT Pro, get the certs. Zero to IT Hero, we help you get the actual job. At a bare minimum, you need to like this video and comment. If you want help further from me and my team, you can look in the description and you can actually enroll into the Pro program right now. And the Zero to IT Hero program, our next cohort is starting in September, which means before September, you have to be in the Pro program and pass all the requirements there. Other than that, let's get back to the training. A company follows 3-2-1 backup strategy, but recently suffered a ransomware attack that encrypted both their primary files and local backup. The IT team realized that their offsite backups were not updated for the last 2 months, leading to a major data loss incident. What is the best way to ensure a more resilient backup strategy? Three, two, one. So the best thing is to implement an air-gapped backup system that is disconnected from the network. Air-gapped backups are physically disconnected from the network, making them immune to ransomware and a lot of other attacks. An IT help desk technician receives an urgent ticket from an executive who is unable to access their email right before an important client meeting. The executive is frustrated, stating that they don't have time for troubleshooting and demanding that IT fix the issue immediately. The technician remotely connects to the user's computer and finds that the email application is stuck on connecting to server. While the user's internet browser is working fine, checking the system logs, the technician notices that the email client has not been updated in over 6 months. And a recent company-wide security update required all email clients to be on the latest version to connect to the email server. Given the urgency of the situation, what is the best course of action for the technician? Three, two, one. So the best thing would be to acknowledge the executive's frustration, quickly apply the required email update, and offer a temporary webmail alternative in case the update takes time. So first thing you want to do is definitely acknowledge the person being upset and then de-escalate the tension while providing a quick and practical solution to the problem. All right, gang, that's it. That's all. If you are interested in enrolling to the Zero to IT program, you can do that below. Now, I promise you guys that I would tell you if I thought the Google IT support course was worth it. I would say hell no, to be honest. I think you should be working more towards things that actually will lead to more money, better job opportunities, and this isn't necessarily one of those things. Now, this is awesome as a supplement to whatever you're doing, but I think if you're looking for your first certification, you may want to go after A+ or another certification that can actually lead to some job opportunities. Other than that, I'll see you in class.